Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbana hab lana min ladunka rahmah wa hayyi lana min amrina rashada. Rabbi yawzi'ni an ashkura ni'matallah. Inshallah ya rabbal alamin. Ya akramal akramin wa ya arhamar rahimin. Taqabbal minna inshallah. وصلى اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. Amen. We are trying to understand, we have been trying to understand before 2 weeks break. It was a long break. It was a 2 weeks break. Okay. Only the very important word, if you like, it's a word or letter, if you like, which is he in the Quran. The Quran describes the Creator mostly with the pronoun he, it, or he, huwa, or sometimes it is used who, sometimes it is in the meaning of the verb. For example, in Arabic, you don't have to say he goes. You say just goes, he is implied. So all the actions as the word is translated as in Arabic amru, but in the translation his affair. So again, amruhu, again, his affair, who is explicit, not implicit. Amruhu, his affair. If the Quran tells or talks about his affair, how he deals, how he acts, how he creates, then all the verbs which are referred to the Creator God includes in it explicitly or implicitly he. So why am I mentioning this? Because Quran is essentially nothing, but describing who the Creator, the source of existence of this world is. That is the main theme of the Quran. But you might not heard of this. The very essence of the Quran is all about description or introduction of God to human beings. So it is so essential. But you might have heard that the Quran describes what we are expected to do and what our responsibilities are. I wouldn't say no, it's correct. My main responsibility is not only to come to the conclusion that there is a creator, there is a creator, there must be a creator. Okay, what should I do to keep this? Okay, I have to keep it alive. Huh?
Or I think if you plug it in charge, it should.
And then does it,
it should not
stay?
It should stay.
So although I don't, I'm trying to see whether it is, do I have to bring it or not every week? Okay. Okay, inshallah. So these are also all these responsibilities, what to do, what not to do, rituals, etc., or how to arrange social life, etc. But if we are careful, all these rules are nothing but to be in contact with the Creator in physical world. Again, these are to be practiced in recognition of the Creator. Now, there is no such concept in the Quran there. You will pray, you will do this, you will avoid, you are expected to avoid certain actions for the sake of the actions. No. For the sake of what? To be in contact with the Creator. That is the essence of actions, essence of all kind of rituals. To be in contact with the Creator. These are just means according to the conditions of this world, this physical world. They are just means. So, Quran is nothing but putting me in contact with my Creator source of existence. Essentially, even it's why not to use the pronoun. We discussed this a lot, so I'm not going to go at all in detail, just maybe a phrase saying that God is a pronoun. If it is not described, if it is not really defined, pronoun means nothing. Yeah. If you don't describe, we keep saying this, but it's important. If you don't know the qualities, the attributes of a person, for example, but just by name, it reminds you what? Nothing. Saying Robert. Nothing. But if you know Robert is an engineer, Robert is your friend or my friend, Robert is somebody's husband, and Robert is such a person, if you know some qualities, then Robert starts making sense to you. Without quality, pronoun is nothing. So don't be mad about the pronoun. But he is not, cannot be an empty, should not be an empty pronoun. Why? He means your conclusion. Look, God or Allah is not your conclusion. It is introduced to you through culture, but he must be your conclusion. But don't misunderstand, be comfortable. I may say something strange in this class, which I usually do, I think. I don't follow the culture. That's you must be familiar with my dealing. So I don't like culture. So if it is not your conclusion, he means nothing. But for example, yes, somebody tells me that I met Robert today. If you don't know the qualities of Robert, it means nothing, but it is not your logical conclusion. But he must be your logical conclusion. It means, what does it mean? He means what? There must be something. For example, I had my big hair, it is taken away. You see, there must be someone who took it away. That's my conclusion. Did I see it? Did I experience it? No. Just my bag disappeared, and my logical conclusion, someone must have taken it away. That is he or she, doesn't matter in this case. She, it, doesn't matter. Someone must have taken my bag away. That's my conclusion. Can I say Robert took it? Took my bag away? No, because I haven't seen it. So did you see that who built this building? No. Are you sure that someone must have made this building? That is he or she or it. You can talk that. It means the maker of this building. So he means the source of existence of this universe. Did you come to this conclusion logically? You are fine. Do you understand this process is important? because we are not used to this kind of belief in God. We borrow, we copy paste from culture. We heard Allah, and everybody says Allah. You say Allah. Is it your logical conclusion, or is it your knowledge, culture that you learned? Logical conclusion is your property. Knowledge is your acquisition, not your property. Do you understand the difference? Well, you have to make the distinction, man. Why do you look puzzled?
I don't look puzzled.
You don't look puzzled, okay.
I was just discussing that with my mom also today about difference between knowledge and what belief is.
So you understand that he is your conclusion, your property, your responsibility. Learning Allah from culture is your information, your knowledge. Information is not your property. You learned it. Did you conclude about it? It's a result of your experience. Well, I'm not going to ask you, take it personally. I'm just saying it may cause some confusion and puzzle for some people. I thought you were my friend. You would say, yeah, that is important. You'd start defending us, and okay, I'm not going to speak to you. No. Don't take it personally, man. You know.
I know you.
Okay. So, when we read the Quran, why do we read the Quran then? In order to qualify, identify your own logical conclusion, who the creator of the universe is, because the universe needs to be created, needs to be given existence. Who can it be? Right? So, who is in English? In the Quran language also, who? Yeah. Innama amru, who? Again, same thing. So, if you have this concern, you can get benefit from the Quran. Why? Because Quran guides you. How are you going to define this? Your who? Do you understand the difference? Your who? How are you going to decide? Because you cannot copy paste who from the Quran. Because it is vague, you don't know what is it. It must be your property. Do you get it? So, innama amruhu, okay, it's Arabic, forget about Arabic. His affairs is such that when he wills a thing to be, he only says be. And it is. Now, his affair is such that when he wills a thing to be, now it seems to be very easy, isn't it? When God wants to create something, he just says be and it is, right? But it's not that easy. Why the Quran describes this, speaks in this way? We have to understand the nature of Quran, nature of the Quran. Quran states the conclusions. States the conclusions. It says God knows everything. What does it mean for me? Who will tell me? Quran says, doesn't it? When it says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ عَلِيمٌ حَكِيمٌ وَكَانَ اللَّهُ عَلِيمًا حَكِيمًا. He knows everything. What shall I do? I read the Quran, says God knows everything. What shall I do? Who will help me understand what I should do practically? Yeah.
Confirm it.
How can I confirm it? Well, I believe in the Quran, I confirm it. It's okay? No? All right, there's a strange person here. Okay, what shall I do?
By investigating your life experiences.
So, and then either confirm it or reject it. Yeah. So any conclusion present to human beings in the speech of the Creator is an invitation. Look, I'm telling you this. Guide means this. I am telling you this. Go and search, investigate, and you will come to this conclusion. Go and do it. Be brave. It is an encouragement. It is an invitation to investigate it. It is not that God says, my power is over everything, covers everything in the Quran. So he can do everything. Look at the language now. Even he can change this house into a dinosaur. Can he not? Look at the stupid argument. We have never seen such a being here. So how can I confirm it? He can change, but it's just a claim. Quran cannot be read as a claim. Quran is just a guide to offer to us, look, that is the reality. Go and confirm it, as you said. How can I confirm the Quran? By studying Arabic, language, linguistic structure. Yeah.
What like other people interpret like as kind of just like
Can you speak up?
what other people interpret that claim as like
Other people, did you say?
yeah because you said that we should go and confirm. Other people would think that you don't have to confirm. We could just put truth in, we could put like faith in that statement that
Okay.
God knows everything. Right?
Are you done?
Yeah.
So I didn't understand because I don't hear well.
Oh, okay.
No, when you come to my age, you will experience the same thing. So what? What?
Yeah.
So, did you understand? Okay, tell me.
So
This guy's next to me.
his question is, you're saying that confirm it yourself.
Yeah.
But he's saying that there are other people who say that they can believe in this and just have faith.
Well, let them say it. How about you? So in this class, I think you are new in this class. Maybe once more or something because your face a little bit familiar to me. Welcome anyway. So let the other people do what they can do. So in this class, we speak on our personal experience. Personal. I feel like this. I don't accept. I confirm because of this. Yeah. Don't think that it's selfish because we speak here in this class, right? And to you, I don't speak to other people. If I was speaking in a masjid, I definitely wouldn't tell anything I tell you because they wouldn't understand. I know their capacity, their interest area. So I say it as a joke. Somehow, whatever you hear here in this class, never tell to your parents. You will say, who is this man? He's an unbeliever or he doesn't believe in God or anything. He's not a Muslim, is he? So they may say this. So be careful. Speak on yourself. Can you think? Can you understand that Quran's speech, the Quran describes himself as a guide. Hudan lil muttaqin. Huda, it means Nur, describes himself as Nur. It means it sheds light on something, but you have to see it. It is you will see it. It helps you. But at the end of the day, you have to see it, you have to confirm it, you come back to the Quran. I think what you said, I agree with it. Now, that is belief in the speech of God. Now, I believe in all books. Have you studied? No, how can you believe? Huh? How can you believe? All books, God said, but it is just an wholesale language. Doesn't work. But you say, I read one of them, it made sense to me, and I confirm it. I believe in the correctness or the truthfulness of this particular sentence in the Quran or in something else. That is your belief. The other one is just rhetoric. So it doesn't mean that you deny it. No, you didn't say I deny. In order to deny, you have to study, you have to see. Again, yeah, didn't help me. So
Don't shoot the messenger.
I want to try something. So since it doesn't help, I don't want to carry this heavy thing, stuff here and there. So, what else?
I believe in one text. It makes sense to me. The correctness of this text makes sense to me.
Yeah. So this is belief in the language of Islamic creed in the books. But you don't have to confirm everything in the Quran. You are not expected to do that. And I challenge you, you cannot do it. It is not easy. What you have to do, work stage by stage, step by step. Work on it. If you don't understand something, go to a person who's likely to know better than you do. So who has gone through this, not through culture, through investigation. Who has gone through investigation, not cultural, I would say, reference. Our scholars decided that in order to become a Muslim, you have to believe in all books God sent. Have you seen them? No. Have you studied? No. Have you read any of them? No. How can you believe in something you don't know? So we have to be realistic, at least in this class. But when you go out of this class, you can carry on your understanding, but that's something else. But in this class, let's struggle something. So Quran will be a guide for me by telling me something as a result, especially the belief matters, as the conclusion. This is the result. Quran gives the result. Very rarely it shows how to reach to this conclusion, guides you, gives you some clues, but it's a rare case. And when it gives the examples, mostly there are quite important matters that we have to study. Look, when the Quran gives the examples, it gives the examples according to the capacity of the people. It started speaking to the people first. We have to understand again why the Quranic examples are so simple for you. Let's go into this subject. It is important. Quran in its content, by definition, God's speech, it claims that I am God's speech. God's speech means what? Divine speech. Divine speech is what? Not within the limits of this universe. It means beyond the limits of this universe. It means universal. So Quran's content is universal. Agreed or not? By definition, I have to confirm it. That's something else. That's my responsibility. Quran says, I am the speech of the creator of the world, right? Who's called God. Agreed. Okay. By definition, if God, the creator of the world, is speaking, he cannot speak within the limits of the universe. because he is the creator of the universe. Right? Universe is limited. He shouldn't be, she should be unlimited. Universe is dependent. He should be not dependent, independent. Universe exists by being created, but the creator must be self-existent. Just opposite. Yeah. Universe is created, he is the creator, opposite. By definition, we have to reason about it. Now, the content of the speech must be not definable within the conditions of this universe, right? Within the conditions of this, it means its message, universe's message, but excuse me, Quran's message must be universal with no time and space bound. Understood? By definition, we haven't proved yet. By definition, agreed or not. But I'm going to tell you something strange. But this universal message was revealed to human beings within time and space limitations. For example, in 23 years period of time, 1400 something, 40 years, 14, it means 1442 years. It's a Hijra year, what? Sorry?
41.
41? Somebody tell me, come on. Okay, 41. It means go 10 years behind, 51. 1451 years was the beginning of revelation. Now, what does it mean? It wasn't before revealed. So its revelation took place within time and space. We have to understand, it's very essential. Now, it took me decades to understand this kind of things. I feel that I'm studying the Quran, still I couldn't really formulate in a simple way what am I dealing with. So it's not easy. So if someone doesn't tell you in this way, understand it's not easy at all. It needs a great effort. So it was revealed within time and space. Of course, it must present itself in a way that it is not idealistic. It is not what I mean idealistic. Idealistic is not the right word. It is not an idea only. It is not an ideology. Yeah, ideology means you idealize something and try to impose it on other people. No, it is not an ideology. It is just a suggestion to human beings. If you like, think about it. Whether you confirm it or not, it's up to you. But I challenge you that you have no way but confirm it. If you are honest enough within yourself. If you have an agenda, you will never confirm it. Whatever agenda it is, I'm going to deny religion, I'm going to support my culture, you cannot confirm religion. In order to confirm religion, you have to have no agenda and a free person investigate, come to the conclusion. So when the Quran was revealed, it must demonstrate that it is possible to be practiced from the very beginning. It is speaking to human beings, and human beings can practice it. Now, in order to fulfill this mission,
Question.
sorry?
Question. How do you come to the understanding that it is a suggestion? How do you?
Quran is suggestion.
Yeah, that is.
Okay,
Suggestion.
keep it.
Yeah.
Let me complete this one, but don't forget, it's an essential question. It's a good question. Now, I was disappointed with you. Now I withdraw. Okay, I'm happy with you now. Okay. So he's a guest. Tomorrow he will go. I know he will go away. So let us make him feel comfortable and relaxed. So, but it's true. It's true. Keep it. So, this question distracted my attention. Look, be careful. The speech is universal but applicable in human life. Where do we live? Do we live an idealistic world, or we call it realistic? It means physical world. You are dealing with this and that, and I have to have this. Why my machine shouldn't turn off? I have to be careful, but I'm dealing with the matters here. So it must be practical or practicable. No, it is not a word. How do you say?
Practiced,
Applicable.
applied.
Applicable. Yeah, it must be applicable to human life. But I need an example. When the Quran was revealed, all its examples are presented to the people that they can practice it as it is revealed at time. So it must give the examples according to the capacity of that time. But it doesn't mean that this is the only way of understanding the Quran. It means you can. Now, let me give you another example. In order to understand this puzzling thing, it was puzzling for me, but it's not anymore, so that I can share it with you. You go to, let's say, elementary school students. You have to teach them mathematics, right? What do? Mathematics can be understood. It means, hey, where were you? For a long time. Okay, welcome. Okay, now,
Mathematics for elementary school.
elementary school. How do you teach them? In a way that it must be according to the discipline of the mathematics, but at the level of elementary school student capacity. So you shouldn't cheat the students. You shouldn't teach them something which is not mathematically correct. It must be correct, but the level is elementary school. Do you understand? So when you come to the middle school, what do you have to do? You have to upgrade it and make a comparison between them. This way is the speech according to the capacity of the primary school student. What shall I do now according to the capacity of the secondary school? Because it worked there. Mathematics worked there at that level. You can make an analogy. For example, something happened here and it worked there. How about, my typical example is this. If I am living in a desert, okay, what do I need to be taught? Daytime, I have to wear something light. And at night, I have to wear something, because desert life changes, really, the temperature changes very, how to say? Rapidly. So you have to wear something warmer, thicker, etc. So this is according to the condition. What the Quran says, to the people who are living daytime, it says, wear light clothes. Yep. What does it mean? When it is at night, you should wear warmer clothes. Did it say it? No, because he was speaking to the people who was living in the daytime. But you have to make an analogy saying that, look, if the weather is hot, if the Quran says you have to wear light clothes, it means when the weather is cold, you have to wear. Does it have to state it? No, it's obvious. So in this life condition, the Quran said, look at the camel. How is it created? Right? I say, I live in New York. There's no camel. Let me bring a camel and look at it. Do you have to do that? What do you have to do? According to the other animals, living beings, in your life conditions. It doesn't have to be camel. It can be maybe a sparrow or pigeon.
Scooter,
Sorry?
scooter, bike, that's our camel.
It's another?
Scooter or a bike, something that you ride.
Oh, no, your bike. How is this created? So human interference makes it complicated. So look at the pigeon. Don't you see the pigeon? So look at the pigeon or something else. Does it have to say you can, hey, don't you see the camel? Don't you see the pigeon? Don't you see a sparrow? Don't you see
Rats.
Right.
Squirrel, roach.
and this beautiful animal? It's very everywhere they go. It's a big tail, fluffy tail.
Squirrel. Squirrel.
So
Squirrel.
squirrel. Now, when you say squirrel, the first audience will say, "What are you talking about?" Huh? But we don't expect from the Quran to speak something different from the first audience experience in order to demonstrate that it is practical, you can practice it. Here, the first audience practiced it, but we don't have to imitate it. Do you understand this? But we can use this as a criterion if within these life conditions, if the Quran says you can practice it by looking at the camel or looking at the palm tree, there's no palm tree in New York. Is there? I've never seen any. So if it keeps about talking about dates, we think that dates is sacred. I don't. Why? If it is in the desert life or Arabian Peninsula, dates is the more common fruit. In America, in New York, apple is the more common fruit. So apple is sacred, not date. So break your fasting with apple. That is sunnah. I'm not kidding, really. No, stop this blind imitation. Use the logic of the Quran, reason of the Quran. That's one point before coming to your subject. Another point is this. Did you know that denial is more difficult than to confirm it? Have you ever thought about it? But don't say, I believe in God. That's very easy. And denial is easy. I don't believe in God. No. For tongue, it's easy to say everything. I can say, I am the president of America. Who cares? Do you see what as a joke I say, even if I say, I can do something like this, even my wife doesn't believe in it. So no one cares me. So tongue says everything. But how about human reasoning? Human feelings will confirm it. I swear by, if you like, that is, I don't want to use this word. I swear. That's it. Denial is impossible. If it was possible, the first person to deny would be me. I was crazy about this kind of subjects. Impossible. Impossible. But you can pretend. How? With agenda. agenda, with agenda. I'm not going to believe in God, etc., etc. No, but don't misunderstand those ladies who are not wearing certain kind of dress. Okay, I don't mind at all. That's your choice. I respect it. But I'm going to give you an example. A person started speaking to a lady, a woman, and they were eating something, fruit, and the person said, this is beautiful, isn't it? Whatever they are eating. Let's say they were eating mango. That's my favorite fruit. So, this is beautiful, isn't it? The woman said, but don't misunderstand, please. Please. Yeah, I swear again, I am innocent. I'm not referring anything. I'm very respectful of everybody's choice. Rather than imitating, apply your choice. Be consistent within yourself. I respect that. So the woman said, I'm not going to cover. I'm not going to put scarf on me, on my head. What is the relationship? The mango is beautiful and tasty. The response is, I'm not going to cover. Why? Tell me why. Somebody come on, be frank.
Prediction of where that conversation was going to end up.
Agenda. Yeah? Agenda. You see these people speaking on the TV. How do they treat Islam? They look for the minute hole, if they find crack, according to them, and they bring it up. They bring it up. Yeah? They never say Islam was the first, according to them, understanding philosophy that established constitution in a society, respect all the religious people, all kinds of religion at the same time. Pagans, Muslims, Jews. Jews represent what? The people of book. Pagans represent worst rejectors. Muslims, those who submit. They were equally treated only by Islam in human history. They never talk about it. The first women's right, first eradication of slavery was established by Islam. They never talk about it. But I suggest those people who are going to do PhDs that if you cannot find any finance, any scholarship, go to some universities where there are Oriental departments. Said, I'm going to study women's rights in Bangladesh. Definitely, they will give you the highest scholarship. If you say, I'm going to study belief in God, in Islam, it is not within our program. Sorry, because they cannot challenge. Why? Without agenda, denial is impossible. In your practical life, whatever you see, you look for the cause, don't you? Can you accept anything without any cause? If something happens, what happened that it happened? That is the result. What was the reason? Come on, what was the reason? Is there anyone who doesn't look for a reason for anything happened? Is there any person in the world, when it comes to the existence of the universe, there is no need to look for a reason? Why? Agenda. Hidden agenda. What is that? I'm not going to cover. This is what I mean. It means I'm not going to submit myself to a creator who owns my being. I am indebted to him for my existence. That is why they make excuses. Not really that they can talk about the source of existence. Have you seen any philosophy talking about the source of existence? Have you seen any scientist interpret events, and explain the source of existence of that event? What do they say? We see it is happening. Yeah, I see. No, I cannot demonstrate it. And it blew. They went there. Yeah. So we see that because of the air, it went there. How about the source of existence of air, source of existence of movement, source of existence of gravity, source of existence of the capacity or property of the air to keep light things up. Source of existence, never talked about. Why? Agenda doesn't allow, because it will come to the end. Now, there is a creator. There must be a source of existence of the universe.
That's not true. There are a lot of philosophers who talk about these topics.
It's not true. There are a lot of philosophers who talk about these sort of topics.
Well, source of existence.
Yeah.
But if they say there is a source of existence, I agree. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Materialist philosophers.
Can you specify what you mean exactly with materialist?
No, those philosophers who accept that universe exists as it is with no source. Okay, it exists. That's it. That's it. It exists. They accept it. Just a minute. No, I didn't hear you. Let me finish this sentence and we will speak, definitely. It exists. That's how we see it. No, say.
No, I was just asking for clarification on whether you meant the philosophers that rejected causality.
No, they see the causality within the universe itself, but they don't question the source of existence of that thing they define as cause. But what is the cause of existence of that cause, and what is the result of that cause's effect? So how this cause exists, how this effect exists, both. What they say, this effect exists because of this cause. How about this source of existence of the cause itself? It defines the cause.
I'm literally reading a book that questions these topics, and it's fully a philosophy book right now. These are not new topics for discussion.
Sorry, say. I cannot hear.
I'm too far.
Okay.
She's saying she's reading a book that questions these topics, and it's a philosophy book,
Yeah.
right?
So, do they really talk about the cause of existence and say that there is no cause of existence?
I mean, they're asking the questions, right? They're asking.
So they ask the question, but do they say that there is a cause of existence of the universe? There must be, logically.
Some of the theories say that.
Although they said that they are not materialists. They believe in the creator. Yeah, that's why I said I made a mistake, because I should specify that materialist philosophers, materialist scientists with agenda. Those people who do this study, they don't have agenda. They are really free thinkers. We are thinking here like this, but questioning the cause of existence definitely brings you to the cause of existence of the universe. But the discussion is about denial is impossible. Denial of the cause of existence of the universe is impossible, cannot be demonstrable. No one can demonstrate that this exists with no cause. Do you understand? Even the qualities of the matter exists with no cause. It means nobody can ever demonstrate that the thing existed by itself, without any cause, brought into existence. Did you get it?
I'm following you.
Okay. Now, our subject is this. When the Quran speaks in a way that it offers us to investigate. Clear? Question? To offers us to investigate. We have to investigate. Well, if you were a baby, whatever your mother tells you, you have to do it. But you are not babies anymore. So if after a certain age, if your mother tells you something, don't you question it? My mother asked me to do this, but really, is it true? Can I do it just to gain her favor so that she can keep preparing my breakfast? Or can I say no and cause a tension in the house? You start questioning. You are not a baby anymore. Everything needs to be questioned. But you may come to a conclusion, you may not come to a conclusion. That is, be cool, be comfortable. If you cannot understand something, keep it with a question mark. What I do when I read something, if I don't really understand or disagree, when I disagree, I put a certain sign next to it. If I don't understand, put a question mark next to it and keep studying and come back again, because at the end, maybe author might have explained it further and it may become easy for me to understand and then go over it again. But if I don't see that I should confirm it, I should look for a reason to deny it, to reject it. If I can find a reason which is convincing for me, I reject it. But the main idea of the Quran is what? We said the main theme of the Quran is he, it, she, whoever. So, can you argue against it? What the Quran says? Quran's suggestion is there is a creator who created this universe. It is here. It is God. Okay, what am I supposed to do now? Let me investigate. If there is something at all to be the cause of existence of this universe with all its ingredients. So it is a suggestion to me. It is a suggestion to me that I should investigate. Now, let's come to this. I think the introduction is really not enough, more than enough. Is it correct? But his affairs is such that when he wills a thing to be, he only says, be, and it happens. It is. Yeah, it happens. It comes into existence. Now, at the very first stage, it is a suggestion. What am I supposed to do? I am experiencing countless things already existing in front of me. I would question them. How? How did they come into existence? Question them. How this thing can come into existence? Investigate it. Think about it. Think about it. If you say the tree grows and produces fruit, can this production process exist by itself? Yeah? Can the fruit exist as a result of this production? Or it's a method of doing it? If I see a building built by the workers, can I say building is rising? Let's put it in this way. Yeah? No, somebody's making it. Right? if there is no one who makes it, conscious being, conscious agent behind it, can the building grows? Rises? So what is the agent in the growth of the tree? Agent. Look, of course, I see that the building is made up of some material. Yeah, material are put on top of each other. Yeah, but can the material decide, do, and know that I will be here and the other one will be on top of me? Can? The material of the universe is what? Particles. You can go further and smaller parts. We have to question, do they have the capacity to cause existence for themselves, for other things? Do they have the capacity to establish the order universe-wide? Do they have the capacity to know where to go, where to do? Do they have the free will to choose this way or this way? Ask them. If you find out an answer, please tell me. I would love to hear. Can they do it? Do they have any capacity to decide to give existence to themselves? Do they have any capacity to decide what to do, to choose, to know? Go to the material of the universe. Right? It's so simple. The Quran says, no. Only when I will, it happens. It means the creator. Who is that creator? He. Because there must be something. That's a logical conclusion we thought. There must be something who is operating, who is giving existence, who is operating in the universe. This something says, I do it. And look at the universe. I do it. It means whatever I will, it exists. Right? What does it mean? Let's go into details about this language. Whatever the language says, whatever the creator wills, it happens. What does it mean? Do you understand? No, you puzzled. Your face tells me that you puzzled.
Well, no, I was wondering why the text, it's saying when he wills a thing, he says be and it is.
Yeah.
There's a will, there's a volition.
Yeah.
And then there's speech.
And excuse me.
Yeah.
We didn't come there. It's a volition now. We are talking about volition. Good. We will come there. But somebody wanted to say something and I forgot that because I changed the subject. Before changing the subject, I should come back to you. Please go ahead.
Yes, the question was, how did you come to the understanding that this is a suggestion?
I see.
Yeah.
What can it be? What else can it be? For example, it is not a suggestion, but what?
Statement.
Whatever the Quran says, or the Quran or any book or any speech says, it is not a suggestion for you, for the listener, for the addressee. What else can it be? Possibilities, tell me.
Statement.
Statement for what?
A claim.
Claim for what? And it can.
Yeah.
I claim. You have to what? For example, I see that there is a court next to you. I can claim that this court is mine. What do?
Evidence, show proof, investigate. Yeah.
Here we come. You have to investigate. You have to show the evidence within your capacity. So can you imagine something speaks in the name of my creator and tells me something, and as a person who is living within this universe, and I have to confirm this language, this speech, without having any evidence. Do you understand this? Without having any evidence, I should confirm this language, this speech, without having any evidence.
You can't do that. You need
Because the speaker says, this is what I made. But I came here in front of you. I said, this is the machine I made. Would you believe?
No. Show it to me.
So I have to demonstrate it. I have to show it. And you have to say, that is you who made the machine. I understand now. Confirm it. So my speech is just a claim. It is just a suggestion. But you have to investigate it. But within the universe, no one comes within the universe and says, I made the universe. But be careful, within the universe says, I made the universe. A speech says, I am not within the universe. I am not of the nature of the universe. But the universe is my production, my creation. I originated its existence. Where is it? It's not in the universe. Because it is the creator of the universe. It's not in the universe. If it was in the universe, what would be a part of the universe? It means it must share the same qualities as the rest of the universe has. Do you understand this logic? So we have to say, a voice says, I am the creator of the universe. And you need a creator for the universe, it means. He means, I cannot explain the existence of the universe within the conditions of the universe itself. It means give an answer to my question, how the universe exists. So I cannot find any source within the universe for its existence, because everything nothing has, change the language, nothing has in the universe a quality which gives existence to itself or to other things. It is very essential. I cannot see anything. So I will say there's a strange thing going on here. A thing not within the universe claims that, in this language, when I will something to happen. What does it mean? Who will help me? What does it mean? It's a very essential language, and we have to understand this. When I will something to happen.
So within the created universe, if I'm to design something, I must have some kind of knowledge and idea behind it.
Yeah.
So going back to your point, when I will something, so there must be some kind of knowledge behind.
It means a source which has knowledge, which has enough power, consciousness, and will, etc. Yeah, make it wisdom, design, or give form, everything. All these qualities are needed, but these qualities never found in the universe as a source of existence of the things. The results are here.
So that conclusion that I cannot find a source of existence of anything, I came up to that conclusion without investigating the divine speech, right?
What do you mean without investigating? You may hear from divine speech or you may not hear, depending on your life conditions. But as a human being, don't you question the source of existence of something? Yeah, how come it came into existence? Right? How come this came into existence? So when you question it, you must have a conclusion as a human being in your own understanding. There must be something who caused the universe and all the things in it to come into existence. Okay. Now, this something, its speech comes to you and says, this something is me. I will something to happen, it happens. But willing, let's understand will. What does it mean? Can you, let me, any answer?
From what I understand, it means not by itself, meaning that there is an external or another source behind it.
That's we passed this stage. This source claims that I am the speech of the creator, and I will tell you how I create. I will, it happens. Willing, what I'm saying. Yep.
Does it have to do with the fact that if something is willed into existence, that nothing that exists can be the cause of the existence of itself or something else?
Okay, but let's understand this. That's correct. I'm not saying no, both of you. No, but that's correct. But this text says when the source of existence wants to create something, he only wills it. I think you got something.
Want. He wants something. Wanting.
Yes,
happen.
what does it mean? What does it mean? The implication
Prefer.
of it.
Can we say preference?
Yeah, but what does this statement infer? Yes, sir.
Like his will is the only reality.
But what does it mean?
It means that.
Can you confirm it?
Well, that's like why I asked you the question.
Sorry?
That's why I asked you the question before.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you have to experience it.
yeah.
So you have to say, no, this happened. This came into existence because, I'm not saying it's a human made, but something else, I don't know. Does anybody have any fruit or something?
Fruit? No. Do you want a pen?
No, it's the same thing,
Oh, I have
human made.
chocolate.
Sorry?
Chocolate?
Chocolate?
Yeah.
No, human made. No. Okay. It is. Do we have it? Come on, give me. Don't be. Oh, it's the best example. Come on. Now, the source of existence of this thing says, I willed it to happen as it is. That's why it is there. It's a big, huge claim. Willed it. What is the difference between willing something to happen and making it?
There's no action behind it?
There's no action.
There's no
One step.
physical action
Excellent.
behind it?
Yeah, excellent. There is no action behind it. Plus,
There's no
Making is more of a process.
sorry?
Making is more of a process, where wielding is more of like a decision.
Process. Let me. Okay, we'll come. Let me understand this, gentleman.
He's saying making is more of a process, will is more of a decision.
Yeah. Yes, correct. But what does it mean? How can I confirm it?
Oh, how can you confer the wielding?
No. That this came into existence as a result of will. I think somebody wanted to say something. Let's work on it. Come on. Let's work on it.
So it means that the source that's willing this to be is not part of this actual process on Earth making it, right? So it's outside the universe. So it's not actually making it. It's not putting this heels together. It's not putting these things together. It's willed it so that the universe is created.
Come on. We are getting closer. I am not using any material. Just willing it. Do you understand? Just willing it.
So free.
I willed it like this, it happened. That's it. But I am not working, following a process. But we have to understand one point in order to understand the importance of this. We think that this thing, for example, was a seed and grew into tree and then waited for the winter or somewhere in a equator atmosphere climate, and then it happened. It's a gradual making. Look, we are talking about existence. This exists now as it is. 2 days later, it will be black and something. hurry up. Yeah? Don't leave it. Don't leave it. So it will be created. It means we have to understand that every moment in the universe is a new creation. If we don't understand it, it means God will, it would mean, it is a very dangerous understanding and not right at all. We have to talk about this kind of things. God willed the universe to happen 14 billion years ago, and it is developing by itself. What is God doing? Maybe, I don't know, resting with his, entertaining his life with angels or something. No. The act of creation means costs nothing. Willing, just will, costs nothing. That is why the will must be absolute. The source of existence of the universe must be absolute. It means with no limit, infinite. Never can be describable within the conditions of the universe. Why? In the existence of the banana right now, it is will to exist as it is right now. A moment later, another, just a will. Will costs nothing. You can imagine that as if you are a magician, but in this world. I willed something, it's my famous bag, something. Let me take up a pigeon here. Let me have a pigeon. Here is it. Yeah, it happened. I'm creating a pigeon as a result of will. I'm not using a material. Excellent. I am not following a process. Excellent. You said something.
Oh, it was action. There's no action behind it.
Sorry? No, there is no
Like, but there's no
action,
process, yeah.
effort. No, just willing. Let's will something to happen. Imagination. It's a child story, like an Aladdin's lamp. So, I will an atom to come into existence, and it came. No, it costs me nothing. It means I don't have to use material. Now, if I will an atom to exist, if atom exists, can I will 1 billion atom to exist? It costs me nothing. Just willing. But look at, we are trying to understand, not define, but understand what absolute is. So 1 million atoms exist. I will it. That's it. Happens. How about one galaxy? I will a galaxy to happen. Happens. Willing. So we have to understand that the source of existence of this universe must be absolute, because coming into existence is the result of will only. Nothing costly. Doesn't need effort.
Yeah.
Doesn't need effort. It's important. Doesn't have to follow process. And what was somebody said here? So you said what? All excellent points, step by step, going to the conclusion. What did you say? You said,
That he's not involved in the actual process of creating.
yeah, it doesn't use material, doesn't flow anything, just wills it. That is why we can conclude, we must conclude, we need to conclude logically that if the source of existence of the universe cannot be found within the universe, but obviously the universe exists and we are experiencing it, it must come into existence only as a result of will. We understand this? Will. So in order to be able to do something human logic says, it cannot be in the form of a created, it cannot be a limited being at all, it must be something which I don't experience within the universe, which is called
Absolutely.
absolute. Yeah, infinite. So we understand this. So if something happens, I don't say that the banana was produced by the banana tree. Banana tree needs to be willed to exist. At this stage, at every stage of existence, needs to be willed to exist because it doesn't have any power. It doesn't have any quality to change itself. Do we understand this? I'm going to change myself into this. Do you understand? But it is will to exist at every stage of its existence by the will of the Creator. It cannot be imagined. Why? Because it is not of the nature of the universe. We cannot really think of it in terms of the conditions of this universe. So we have to understand that everything exists because the will of the Creator of the universe, whoever it is. Who can it be? Or how can I describe it? One way. Absolute. It's an absolute being. It must be an absolute being. So the source of existence of the universe must be by definition absolute. So what did you say your question was? How do we understand that whatever is stated in the Quran must be only taken as an suggestion to be investigated? So can we experience that something is willing and it exists? We can't. But we have to investigate the existence of the banana or the universe. We have to understand that its existence is the result of a will only. Existence. But this existence is taking place in an order in order for me, as I understand through my experience, to follow and communicate with the Creator so that I want a banana. He must teach me, if you want a banana, put the seed there. I have created it for you, and I will create it for you. I will create it. Do you think the seed can be the source of existence of the tree? Or just it is the order of the existence of the tree? Which one? So we have to use the reason and understand that the universe can only be explainable in for its existence, that its source is absolute, and he must be acting or creating without any effort, without any material, just will. And we come to this word, it says, his affairs, because he's described, the verse is describing he. That was our main subject. He. Oh, okay. His affairs, what are you talking about now? His affairs, let me hear, is such that, or when he wills a thing, it means he creates with will only. Doesn't use material. Do we understand this? Doesn't use any means, just will. So is it difficult for a source which creates as a will, as a result of will, to create one galaxy, 10 galaxy, endless galaxy? Who cares? I will this one. That's it. Because I don't have to make an effort. Now, do we see any effort any struggle in coming into existence of anything, coming into existence. Existence, be careful with it. It's the key word, existence of anything, that it is coming with difficulties. So more complicated things are coming into existence in time, difficult. Atoms are simple, but when it comes to a living being like a human being, it is very difficult. No, atoms and human beings are coming into existence equally at the same time, without any distraction. Nothing can, for example, we don't see a galaxy is created here and then tomorrow another galaxy, tomorrow another. It's taking time. Do you see any time taking time in creation? Whole universe is coming into existence at the same time. Everything is changing at the same time. Yes, a friend is going to ask a challenging question. Yeah, make it clear and loud if it is possible.
My question was how another ayah in Surah Al-Baqarah, when it says 6 days, He's created the earth and the heavens in 6 days. So this one's saying He wills it to be, and then that's
Okay.
it's like
I think I guessed. I didn't hear everything what you said, but I am just how to say making a statement by using several words that I heard. How the Quran says that I created in 7 days, right? Is it a question? No, it is the universe took place in existence in 7 days. Now, can you experience anything that the universe's existence is really coming into, the universe is coming into existence in 7 days? Have you experienced anything like this? The first day, the second day, the third day? No. Why do you think that it says this? Now, it means the order of the universe is set in such a way that the creation is taking place in stages, not the existence of the things. Be careful. The order is taking place in stages, but the existence of the things are taking place instantly. And, in other words, constantly. It means no time break. So, in the order, you see that, for example, if the world doesn't revolve, the day on the face of the earth doesn't turn to the sun. It must turn it. It means it is following certain rules, certain orders. The creation is taken within order, but existence is taking place instantly. Do you see the difference? The order is following certain stages, but existence is instant. Do you see the difference? Now, it is a bit puzzling on that.
Isn't the order also given existence?
Sorry?
The order is also given existence.
But the existence of the order is taking place instantly. Do you understand the difference? Creation is different from the order. For example, before we see the seasons following, yeah? If the statement of the Quran said, I created the earth in 4 days. Days means what? Day means what? Time period. Yeah, not necessarily the word day, because the creation of the world, the universe didn't start with the creation of the solar system. There was no such thing. Day is our impression, our naming. Somebody may call it day as we use it in daily language. Somebody say that day is the age. Some people say eon. Is it right pronunciation? Eon. Eon. Right? So for eon, it means you can say summer, summer, then fall, winter, spring. Yeah, this is the order. This is not existence. How the existence is taking place. After existence takes place instantly, it is created. It is created in such a way that it follows orders, and the orders are stages. 7 means, according to your interest in Arabic language, 7 means several. Several stages. You can call it ice age. You can call it, I don't know which kind of age they use. What else? What else? I don't know the names. Several geological, depends on your interest area. You have to see the stages, but existence is taking place instantly. Ice age took place instantly. Now, whatever they call it, this age, I don't know, is taking place instantly. Don't you see everything exists at the same time in a different form, in a different conditions? Do you see that? Existence, this misunderstanding is confusing the order with existence. Here is his affair is such that when he wills a thing, refers to existence. Be and it is existence, not the order, how the order works. And the Quran teaches us how we human beings should deal with the universe. So, for example, if you want a banana, what do you have to do? I don't know how many years it takes. It follows 4 years, 5 years to grow. And the 6th year, it starts giving. This is order. In the form of a seed, existence is taking place instantly. In the form of a shoot, is it called? And that shoot comes, its existence is taking place instantly. In the form of a tree, tree's existence is taking place instantly. Fruit on the tree is also taking place instantly. But after the existence takes place, this existence is acting within an order. Order is also given existence. But order, we are experiencing it. So when the Quran says, when I will something, Quran is the speech of God by definition. When I will something, just I will it, it happens. That's it. I don't need any material to use. I don't make an effort, because absolute cannot be measured, cannot be divided. Absolute means cannot be divided. So you cannot say, in order to create the earth, you need, let's say, 1 ton of power, but in order to create a galaxy, you need 10 tons of power. No, there is no measurement. Yeah, with a simple example, I always give this example. Absolute is not a number, so cannot be defined as a number. Yep. So absolute means something which cannot be defined with a number. So, did you get your answer? So your question comes afterwards. When he says be, yeah, what do you mean says? Shall we leave it to the next week? Be. So who knows?
Depends on if it's.
Sorry?
Depends on the difficulty of the question.
Yeah, because we have to go back again to the definition of the Quran. So it doesn't mean that the speech. Actually, when he says it was yaqulu, is the explanation of irada, idha irada. It means when he wills something, he just wills it Whatever he wills, it happens. Even he says when he wills a thing to be, he only says be. Look, excuse me, the language, I'm struggling with the language now. He says be what? So for example, I can say banana be. It's already exists. I don't have to say be. Do you see what I mean? Now, when he says be, doesn't mean that he really says, hey, banana, be a banana. I said, I don't need your command. I am already there. So it is not there. It means nothing is here. The language says, be a banana. Oh, banana. It means he's not speaking to an object. This is what I mean. He's not speaking to an object. It means it's a figure of speech. When he wills something, it happens. That's it. It means be, language be, is not language be, but how can you describe this to common people? Speaking to a people 1400 years ago, these people mostly illiterate. So how can you describe this matter to them in a figure of using the figure of speech, saying that I just say be and it is. It means I don't work on it. I don't make an effort on it. Just absolute power, absolute knowledge, absolute qualities. Prefer something to happen, it happens. That's it. Whatever it happens. That is the act of the Creator. In contrast to our actions, what do we do? If you want to do something, what do you do? Do you say that, for example, where is the banana? But I'm very inclined to put it in my book and make it forget. So what do we do? I need a banana. What do you do? You search for it. You go to the you attempt the causes, other means. Yeah. Do you ever? Is there anyone in the world, even the prophets? We call it about the prophetic miracles. Even the prophets, do they say, "I want a camel here"? Well, a camel is there. No, there's no such thing. I want a camel. They say, bring me a camel, man. So they cannot will and it happens. It is impossible. Right? They cannot will and it happens. What do you have to do? What do they have to do? Even the prophets in their miraculous actions. Please, God, create something, not me. Yeah? Please, God, demonstrate an evidence to them that I am employed by you. So God creates something which is unusual for the human experience. Again, no one can will something and it happens. Even the king or the emperors. I will something, the emperor, I'm an emperor, example, God forbid, I am an emperor. I willed a building to be there. What do I do? Order somebody, go and build a building and use the materials already existing out there. They say that it's a figure of speech. They say, whatever the king wills, it happens means by means. By means, he employs somebody. He uses the already existing materials. He can't say that I need a castle. I want a castle here. That's my will. A castle happens like this. There is no such thing in the universe. It means act of creation is unique to the source of existence of this universe with no exception. That's what we are experiencing in the universe. Because the universe exists, that's it. That's enough evidence for me to conclude this.
That is our conclusion.
So saying means is a just he says it means he doesn't use material.
Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense for there to be two separate events, one of volition and then speech.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Oh,
if we're
it is a
talking
need
about an
as well.
absolute source.
Yeah, so absolute source needs to speak. For example, goes against the definition of absolute. So he wills it. That's why I understand this. Innama amru is, forget about English. His affairs is such that when he wills a thing to be, oh, what does it mean? When he wills a thing to be, it means he doesn't use material, just wills it. So, and يقول له, it's in Arabic, but is it in Arabic is even, he says to it, له. He says to it, as if saying that, look, I say to the banana, be, and it is, but if it is there, you don't need. Some mufassir, commentator argued about this. What does it mean, lahu? It's a figure of speech, explaining what will is. And then this is the speech means human experience. We human beings say, for example, can you make something exist by saying be? No, it means no means is used in the existence of the universe. So we have to understand it. But this is simple language because he's speaking primarily to a very, very primitive society. Yeah, they don't know I don't know, molecular biology, or they don't know what physics, how the physics explain the existence of the universe. And it is means fayakun. That is how the creation act of existence is taking place. Did you understand something at least? So we have to understand that we shouldn't speak on behalf of God saying that God's power is enough everything. No, I understand we have to say, when I look at the universe, the source of existence of this universe doesn't need anything that's obvious in the as we look at as we see the evidence of the universe. So doesn't need anything, just wills it. That's it. Just wills it. It must be so, I conclude, from my experience of the universe, how it comes into existence. Can you see everything exists at the same time? At the same time, right now.
Yeah.
Not tomorrow and yesterday. Tomorrow also everything existed at the same time. Now also everything exists at the same time. Complicated, less complicated, doesn't matter. Everything existed within itself. Yeah. Particles exist within the body of atom. Atom exists within the body of molecules. Molecule exists within the body of some organs or something. So the Earth exists within the solar system. Solar system exists within the galaxy. Galaxy exists within the clusters of galaxies. Yeah? And the universe exists within its entirety at once. Do you understand? Nothing can be taken out of the whole universe and say that this exists without being in the context of the universe. Nothing. Everything exists within the whole context of the universe at the same time. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that really impossible to imagine? That's why absolute is impossible to imagine. Yep. Do you understand? Can you show one atom in the world which doesn't exist within the context of the whole universe? No one can show. Yep.
So I was just gonna say, I think a really cool part part of this ayah, which I think we kind of skipped over a little bit, or didn't skip over, but the first part is his affair. You know, his affair, I think that's such an interesting use of the word. His affair is such that when he wills a thing to be, he wants it to be. So his affair is me. I am his affair. He created my.
Your existence is his affair.
Yeah.
But by the way, I didn't hear the previous one. Last thing I understood. So I am asking, I'm going to ask my friend to explain what you said. Hey, I see. I thought the sister. So I don't want everything.
She wasn't saying anything different. She was just saying the part, like we should emphasize on that part.
We should have
Emphasize on that part.
which part?
His affair.
His affairs. Yeah, we did. From the beginning, we did. What his affairs? We said that he, whatever happens in the world, whatever the language is used, the verb used in the Quran, is the way of explaining his affairs. Whatever that God did this, God said this, God, I don't know, destroyed, God gave benefit, I created. Everything is his affair. That's why in the language of the Quran, I'm just summarizing it to wrap up. Any verb in the Quran used on behalf of God is his affairs. That's why he everywhere in the Quran, every verse, at least 1, 2, 3 reference to the Creator. We started the discussion with this. I'm presuming that you were a little bit missed in the beginning. Did you?
Yeah, I missed
Yeah, that was the subject, the affairs we studied. But it is right. You are right. I mean, it doesn't mean that you are saying we didn't discuss. You say we should have discussed.
No, I'm
Yeah.
what I like about this affair.
Yeah, we should have discussed. Yes, we should have, and we did. Alhamdulillah, we did. Yep. Inshallah, this time is really late. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma illa ma 'allamtana. Innaka antal alimul hakim wa akhiru da'wahum. And alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. بحرمة سورة الفاتحة. Now, the further explanation about this verse is the verse in the screen you see. Next week we will start from here and then we will go back to our schedule. What is the normal schedule is? Did you turn it off? Okay. What is the normal schedule? Follow the chronological revelation of the chapters of the Quran. So we will come back again from chapter Ikhlas. Yeah, we said, okay, we have to study who. We have been studying who for maybe 2 weeks or 2 months, maybe he. And then now we will go back and the chapter Najm is waiting for us. Inshallah. It's exciting. Chapter Najm is coming next. If we study this one, I don't think it will take long because we established the foundations this week. But we will go into chapter Najm, inshallah, next week. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Saturday classes